Take a ride into Hatfield, Pennsylvania, and just remember to keep your hands and feet inside the car at all times, please, because the ride of your life just might begin here. Philadelphia Toboggan Coasters Incorporated began in 1904 when Henry Ockey, previously a beer distributor in Philadelphia, decided to put a new spin on his career and began manufacturing carousels. The majority of carousel manufacturers were located in Philadelphia during the early century, and carousels remained the center of Ockey's new Philadelphia Toboggan Company until the Depression took Ockey's company on a radically different turn. Bill Dauphiny, co-owner of Philadelphia Toboggan Coasters Incorporated, explained.
And during Depression time, the carousel became cost prohibitive because of the expense. Roller coasters became cheaper than carousels. So roller coasters started to evolve stronger in the element of the company than the actual carousels.
Philadelphia Toboggan Company became a one-stop shop for amusement parks seeking new wooden roller coasters. The company manufactured the cars, trains, brakes, and even constructed the actual wooden structures at the parks. In fact, all but one of the wooden coasters located in the state of Pennsylvania were made by the Philadelphia Toboggan Company.
There's coasters that are still standing from Philadelphia Toboggan that they built as early as 1929 up at Donny Park. We have the ride out in Idlewild Park in Ligonier, Philadelphia Toboggan ride. We have the one at Waldameer, Philadelphia Toboggan ride on the junior coaster up there. So you know, we're still pretty strong in Pennsylvania.
But Philadelphia Toboggan didn't stop there. At the peak of the amusement park phenomenon, the company also manufactured other rides, such as the Crazy Daisy or Cuddle Up ride, and Noah's Ark. But in the 1960s, the amusement park craze took a sharp downturn.
The family element, as we knew it growing up from the 50s out of World War II and so forth, started to change as the youth of the 60s started to become individuals. And that individuality created a conflict of what an amusement park was all about. Amusement park was for family fun and family entertainment and a way to get the family together and go do something. Well, these individuals, as they were growing up to be, separated from that, and thus the amusement park industry declined.
As a result, Philadelphia Toboggan had to narrow its focus.
We're more specific today, I think, than the company was in the past. It started out as, like I say, a multi-product company that was manufacturing carousels and other rides and other products, and mainly roller coasters and designing roller coasters, and it was a turnkey operation back in those days where you went to a company to build a roller coaster and they supplied everything. It was a one-stop shopping. And that stopped in Philadelphia Toboggan in 1970, 71 is when that stopped, and we went basically into the decline of the roller coaster world in the amusement industry as a result of the social changes. And now we've come back into where we're redefining our product as the most premium roller coaster car you can purchase in the world.
Today, the main focus of Philadelphia Toboggan Coasters Incorporated is the manufacturing of roller coaster cars and trains. Co-owner Tom Reeby explains the process.
We make several different models of cars, and the car itself is essentially looks the same, but it's just a different size, different capacity for seats. But the raw material is basically all the same. When it comes to final assembly, there's different stages in doing it. There's the undercarriage, which is essentially you got to mount all the wheels onto the bottom of the car. The seat bottoms are 5 inches thick, and mainly because when somebody's going down a hill and you're 100 pounds and you hit the bottom of that hill with a G-force of 2, you're going to be twice your body weight. So we want to make those seats as thick and comfortable as possible. An average cost on a car can range anywhere from $21,000 per car up to $32,000 per car.
Spring is the busiest time of year for Philadelphia Toboggan, as the company fills orders for new cars, trains, and parts for the upcoming season of thrills. And as Bill Dauphiny explains, there is something to be said for specializing in wooden roller coasters, as opposed to the steel giants that are primarily built today.
The wooden coaster in itself is still considered the coaster of the world. It's a traditional coaster, It has that mystique and the relationship, the mind-to-body relationship, that it's crickety, it's clack, clack, clack when you're going up, that anticipation, whereas on a steel coaster, you just kind of elevate it up the lift hill and let go and come back. Coaster changes all the time in a wood coaster because it's a natural material. It's wood, so it expands, contracts, heat, humidity, different things have an effect on it, whereas a steel coaster, it doesn't. It's contiguous, it's the same all the time. So the way we portray it is that when you ride a steel coaster, you're a guest. When you ride a wooden coaster, you're a participant, because the ride is constantly changing.
As the oldest roller coaster ride manufacturing company in the world, Philadelphia Toboggan Coasters Incorporated has certainly seen its share of good times and bad. And those ups and downs are just what they need to keep rolling.